Why you need to start breaking your bad habits and replace them into good habits. So, do you ever think to yourself, man, all the things that you're doing, all the habits that you have, do you think that contributes into your purpose? Do you think that's getting you money? Do you think that's giving you a better relationship? Is that giving you any knowledge in life? Because if it's not, then why are you doing it? It doesn't make sense, right? So, when it comes to becoming the person, when it comes to getting the financial money that you want to have, when it comes to having the life that you want to have, right? You have to come to a sense like, bro, you have to come to understanding that you have to sacrifice. You have to sacrifice some things, man. It doesn't just typically come once you do it. It comes within. It comes within the person that you're changed to be, right? Because if you, let's say for example, you'll be thinking about getting money, right? You'll be thinking about, okay, I want to get money, but I still want to party around. I still want to have fun in some sort of moments. Like I completely don't want to cut off everything. When you have that sense of mentality, you're never gonna become a rich person, because a rich person doesn't even think about having fun like that. A rich person varies a fun. He has fun on getting money. He has fun on getting knowledge. He has fun on getting more connections, talking to people who are already much more rich than him, or just in simple are in the same group and criteria that he's in, right? So you have to come to understanding that you have to change your perspective on how you see things. When you have fun, this doesn't mean that you have to go, oh my gosh, this mosquito. Like, let me pre myself. Well, you have to change your perspective on however you see having fun, right? Because if you see drinking, if you see smoking as fun, that's basically what your life is going to be, basically. Because if you see it as fun, whenever you're bored, I mean, a lot of people are bored every day. We don't have a thing to do, right? Some days we just go home and we can go out. But when it comes to the days where you're really really bored and you have nothing to do, what do you think you're going to be doing? You're either going to go smoke, go drink, go hang out with people who don't even align with your purpose, and just do stupid shit, right? And you have to change your perspective on that, because if you don't change your perspective of that, you're basically going to be in a loop, and now your perspective on how you see things is not going to be the same on how other people see it, right? So it also comes to self-discipline. You also have to be self-accountable when it comes to these things, because let's say for example, you want to break something, right? But then all of a sudden the people who you hang around with are still doing it. They don't want to quit. They still want to do the same thing over and over. You're going to loop back into that old self. And that's exactly where you have to cut off some people and cut off your habits. Replace, break the things that don't even align with your purpose. Let's say for example, after work you automatically just drive home, right? But then you stop by because you're feeling really tired or so. Instead of just getting off work automatically, just thinking about, okay, you know what, today I just want to relax. I want to go smoke. I'm gonna smoke you're gonna smoke weed, or whatever you smoke. You're gonna smoke it just because you're bored, and you gotta have a feeling of fun. You gotta have a feeling of joy, right? First of all, whenever you smoke weed, it gives you a comfortability, it gives you a comfortable reality to your own current moment. So you never really think differently on how you can improve, because weed basically makes you happy. It dilutes your mind. It manipulates your mind on thinking that, oh wow, I'm laughing right now, I'm happy right now. So automatically you have to just break that habit. And how you replace it, no, how you break it is by replacing it for another habit. So now after work, what you can do now is start, just instead of you getting weed or just smoking in general, or just getting some drinks in the gas station, go straight to the gym. Go straight to the gym. Go grocery shopping. Go for a walk. Look at videos, or listen to podcasts. Do something that's gonna give you like at least something productive. Because think about it like this: would you rather just smoke, or would you rather watch a video that's gonna help you get money in the future, or is it gonna help you get money right now and it's gonna change your whole mindset? Obviously everybody would choose option B, but we're not talking about who everybody's choosing, right? Because at the end of the day, you might be saying that, a lot of people might be saying, oh yeah, option B, but when it comes to that situation, they fall back and actually get corrupted into that loop again. They tend to smoke again, right? And it's a cause to addiction. It really becomes a problem where it's an addiction now, right? And sometimes, man, I know it's hard, but like I said, if you don't change, if you stay the same, or you don't try to at least, expand the time of you staying away from the habits, you're doing something right. You're doing something. If you want to change, you're trying your best not to fall back in a circle, but you tend to fall back. It's okay. It's okay. If it's an addiction, it's understandable. But thinking about it like this: if you keep falling over and over, and you're not realizing what keeps making you have these bad habits, these bad moments, you're simply not changing realistically. You want to change, but you're not really overseeing the problem or why it's affecting you, right? Because let's say, for example, your work buddies now, they keep telling you to smoke. No, tell them, be real with them. Hey man, I don't want to smoke. Don't smoke in front of me. Don't talk about smoking in front of me, because I don't want to get influenced. You have to come to understanding that whenever you want to change as a person, you have to automatically just start acting like that person, right? Start talking like that person. Act like you already stopped smoking. Act like, delude yourself. Okay, I don't need weed. Think weed of differently, right? I don't need weed. I'm happy myself. I'm grateful in my life. I don't need this. I don't need this substance. I don't need this chemicals. I don't need this herb to change how I feel. I can change how I feel, right? And so once you start implementing that mindset, you're gonna start breaking habits itself. Now once you start breaking one bad habit, it's just gonna continue to breaking more and more and more, and now you're just gonna become that person who, doesn't rely on comfortability, and it's okay. It's okay. Sometimes what people do, they tend to break that addiction, right? But what they once fall back in, like, okay, I haven't smoked in 3 months, so I'm gonna smoke once. But it comes to understanding. It comes to an understanding of how you use it, right? Because if you're just using it just to smoke it, if you're just using it just to do something and just have fun, find some joy of it, find an experience so satisfactory. I mean, you're just doing it for no reason. You're just killing yourself with useless smoking, with useless excuses, right? So, like I said, man, once you break one bad habit, figure out your life. Figure out what you want to do. Replace bad habits. Even when it comes to social media, a lot of people stay on social media. They stay scrolling, and you wonder why your dopamine level is so short. And everybody has the attention span of a squirrel, bro. You literally just you just look at videos for 2 seconds, and you're literally like this. Think about it, like how is that even human? You look like a robot. You look like you're working, right? You basically are, because you're giving people views, you're giving people money, right? So the reason why a lot of people wanted to watch this video is because you truly wanted to break bad habits. But if you really truly have bad habits, think about why you're doing them. Think about why you even started doing it. Did you make that decision yourself, or did it just screw up in you? Were you in that environment where it was just normal? Because it was, then this has to be changed in life, man. There's the power of walking away. I always talk about the power of walking away, because if you don't walk away from certain situations that don't even align or what you want to do in life, if you don't walk away, bro, you're gonna stay in the same pathway no matter what. You can't, like, even if you don't talk to the people, you're still gonna be a contributor, because you feed off from their energy. They feed off from your energy, right? So sometimes being distant is good, but the power of walking away is so important, because now it's just maturing. It's just a sense of you evolving into that habit. What I mean is that you evolved from that habit. Like, you outgrew that. You're not that person no more. You're somebody else, right? And that's what you need. That's what you want to see people, how they see in you. Because if they still see you the same person, you're gonna be the same habit person, bro. If you don't change and people don't start seeing a different sense of, okay, this is Fredo. Okay, wow, Fredo, wow, he usually just talks to us, man, when we're smoking. Wow, nowadays he doesn't even talk no more. Wow, I guess he is changing, right? Like, you want people to give you a different perspective, because now once they give you a different perspective, they're gonna know not to talk to you about those things. And even if they bring it up, it's gonna come to a sense where, like, you're not even gonna give a fuck, right? You're not gonna care, because that's the point. You don't want to align with yourself with this type of habits, man. And I'm telling you, you have to break bad habits in order for you to have good habits. Break them, replace, break by acting or being that person that doesn't need this anymore. Break by knowing the worth of yourself. Breaking by acknowledging the fact that this is not going to contribute you in your life in the future. Replace bad good habits, replace by good productive things, replace things that give you health, that give you knowledge, that give you wealth, right? Or just in general love. Everything, man, everything that's gonna make you feel superior to yourself and give you that love that you need. Because if you need, realistically, man, if you need chemicals to make you happy, what are you doing with your life? Realistically, are you're not even hearing from me, you hear from a lot of people, right? So what if I multitask, right? What if people are multitask? What if I want to multitask? Don't multitask. Multitasking is not a good way to contribute on your day-to-day basis on your habits, right? Let's say, for example, you're reading a book, but at the same time you're reading a TikTok. That is not reading, bro. That is not reading. You're basically looking at words and you're paying much more attention to TikTok because TikTok has music in it. It has much more fulfillment into your body, right? So now your focus, your mindset, your mind brain power is gonna be on the sounds because you're basically reading a book, right? And doesn't that seem uncomfortable, multitasking? Is it just me, or multitasking is just really uncomfortable? Like, you have to focus on a lot of things and it doesn't really work out. What I do, I just focus on one thing, because you think about it like this. If you give 100% focus into one thing, that's basically your whole attention to it, and that's how you contribute your best into that criteria and that thing that you want to do, right? On you reading that book, on you watching this podcast, are you listening to all these people, on you training on your craft, becoming better person, right? Because if you're multitasking, bro, it's like giving a sense where you're not giving it your 100%, and it's giving a sense where like you just can't be bothered, right? You just half-assing everything, and really, like, if you work like that, like, personally, me, I wouldn't want you to work with me, because if you're multitasking and you fail at one thing, that's basically your fault, because you're not putting your 100%, right? You're not putting your 100%. But yeah, man, it's been Fredo Saga. Like I said, just break those bad habits. Don't keep having those bad habits, because if you keep having bad habits, but you're getting all this money now, right? You're becoming businessman, but if you're having these bad habits, you're basically going to your old self and you're not gonna go evolve, right? All your money is gonna go to waste because you're not becoming a better person. But yeah, it's been Fredo Saga. Welcome to, let's leave the dimension expansion with some new game and let's put it into the world, man. Let's get it.